What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Gaza back here with another Football Manager 2020 experiment video, and this is episode 2 of the Lanarkshire experiment. In the last episode of this experiment I called it Lanarkshire Takeover, but I realised the thumbnail said the Lanarkshire experiment, so this is going to be called the Lanarkshire experiment, not the Lanarkshire Takeover. So we have arrived 3 years in the future to the 7th of June 2024, and we're going to see how the 5 clubs in Lanarkshire got on in the last season. So I'll do it through inbox and then go to leagues in focus. So we'll actually go to the championship and look back at the 2021-22 season. So the 2021-22 season, we'll go to league table. As you can see, Clyde won the championship on 82 points, and Albion Rovers were promoted through the playoffs on 74 points. Absolutely fantastic, because I know all the Lanarkshire clubs are either in the top 2 divisions by this point. So we'll see who Albion Rovers actually, how they got on in the promotion playoff. It would have been the second round. They beat Ross County 4-0 in the second leg and 6-1 in aggregate. In the promotion playoff final, they beat Dundee United 5-1 in aggregate and won 2-0 at Clifton Hill. So obviously Clyde getting promoted then. So we'll jump up to the Premiership and see how it got on from the 21-22 season. So again, Hamilton winning the league on 81 points. Airdrie, who just got promoted, finished second on 81 points, which is real good to see in the experiment. Motherwell finished 4th this time, qualifying for the Europa Conference League, and on 74 points, 11 points with Celtic, just missing out on Europa League football because of the goal difference. Yeah, that is very good from likes of 3 of the Lanarkshire clubs at least. I know Motherwell just sort of not had the chance to win the league yet, but Hamilton obviously doing really well in the Premiership. So the 2022-23 season, Airdrie won the Premiership on 81 points, level in points with Hamilton, and had one +1 better on goal difference. Wow, that is unbelievable to see. The both of them won the exact same amount of games, drawn the same, and lost the exact same. So 23 games they won, 12 drawn and 3 lost. That is mental. So then Albion Rovers came in 4th. That is again fantastic to see. The Europa League, that was the Champions League they qualified for, same with Hamilton of course and Airdrie. And Clyde qualified for the Europa League in 5th on 60 points, and Motherwell in the Europa Conference League. Motherwell and Rangers both qualifying for that, but Motherwell in 6th on 54 points. The 2023-24 season, the season just finished. Hamilton won the league, taking it back from Airdrie in that season. Airdrie coming second on 76 points. Qualifying for the Champions League. Albion Rovers in 3rd, qualifying for the Champions League as well, on 75 points, 1 point off 1st, and they could have second. They could have got second because of the better goal difference of the 11 points. Clyde in 4th on 67 points, doing really well and qualifying for the Europa League, and Motherwell again finishing 6th, qualifying for the Europa Conference League. So we will have a look at the cup competitions first. Scottish Cup, right. Here is your past winners. So from the 2021 season, 2021-22 season, Airdrie won the Scottish Cup over Hibs. The 2022-23 season, Celtic went on to win the Scottish Cup and Albion Rovers were runners up. And then the 2023-24 season, Albion Rovers won the Scottish Cup and Hamilton were the runners up. That is two of the Lanarkshire sides that have won it, and obviously Hamilton being in a final, Albion Rovers being in two finals, which is great to see. The Betfred Cup is pretty much been dominated by Motherwell and Hamilton. The 2021-22 season, Motherwell winning the Betfred Cup over Hamilton in the final. Then the 2022-23 season, Hamilton beat Albion Rovers in the final. And in the 2023-24 season, Motherwell beat Hamilton again 2 years after that. Jeez, I mean, that it's actually, Motherwell have done really well in the Betfred Cup to actually win two Betfred Cups. It's great to see. Let's see if any of the reserve sides have won the Lanarkshire Waiver Cup. So in the 2021-22 season, Albion Rovers, when they got promotion from the Championship, won the Lanarkshire Waiver Challenge Cup against Clyde at Fir Park. Then really St Johnstone won it in the 2022-23 season against Airdrie Reserves, which done really well to get there. And then obviously Hearts and Ross County in the 2023-24 season. So the Champions League. European Champions Cup, are well known as Champions League. Let's see if any of these sides have reached a final or that. So the 2021-22 season, Barcelona beat Manchester United. 2022-23 season, Barcelona beat Zebre. And 2023-24 season, Manchester City beat Liverpool. So no Scottish sides reached the final of the Champions League just yet. So the Euro Cup, known as the Europa League, again, no Scottish sides in there. And the Europa Conference League, so it started off 2021-22 season, Rangers were runners up to Torino. Then 2022-23 season, Zenit beat West Ham United, and in the 2023-24 season, Rangers beat Motherwell in the final in Armenia. It was played. Mad to see. So we're going to jump in and see how the clubs from Lanarkshire done in the transfer window over the last few seasons. So we'll do it in this order from the league. So we'll start off with Hamilton, because Hamilton have won the league 3 times now, and I just want to see how they've got on. The worldwide status is 4.5 stars, so they've still got a worldwide status. Still Brian Race, manager now for 5 years and 128 days. But I want to see how they done in the transfer market from the 2021-22 season. So £63 million already spent compared to, what was it the season before? 429 mil. So £63 million on 3 players coming across. One from Hoffenheim, one from PSG, and one from LASK. So £25 million worth of players going out of the club. Quite a few players been loaned out. Eric Lamela leaving the club. Raphael. Yeah. So not too much business done in the 2021-22 season for Hamilton. The 2022-23 season, £150 million was spent by Hamilton. The biggest signing was Marco Verratti coming from PSG for £37.5 million, and add-ons make it up to £46 million. this boy here coming in from Borussia Dortmund for 33.5 mil, and Eric Dyer from Motherwell coming over for 22.5 mil and 27.5 mil in add-ons. So yeah, they've done some decent business there. £53 million going out of the club. What was the highest received fee? £25 million for this boy going to Tottenham. Freddie Woodman went over to Saudi Arabia. So the 2023-24 season, the current season, we've just got to the end of £274 million was spent. £60 million was the highest they paid for a player, Maxi Gomez from Inter Milan, and £117 million received for transfers going out of the club. This is madness. Leroy Sané only 11.75 mil. What age is he? 28 years old. That is a bargain. Jeez, that is a bargain. A lot of players going out on loan as well. So, yes, that's really Hamilton's. So, we will now look at Airdrie to see what's happened. So, the Continental, they've went down to Continental reputation, 4 stars. Well, this was another thing before I go in to look at the transfers. I was going to say that basically I checked in the in-game editor to see how much money they got, and it obviously dropped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them £1 billion this time and see what happens over the next 5 years, to see if they spent even more money, because I think it was Motherwell basically had no transfer budget left. They had a lot of money as a budget, but just the transfer budget they had was just nothing really. So the 2021-22 season, Airdrie spent a total of £398 million. That is mental. Carrera coming from Atletico Madrid for £73 million. And then the rest sort of, normal sort of stuff in transfer window. Then going out of the club for transfers received was only £21.5 million. Baba Rahman going to Schalke for £10 million. Still at Schalke. Big money spent there. So the 2022-23 season, a total of £43 million was spent, and a total of £75 million was received of players going out of the club. And as you can see, 18.25 mil was their highest they spent in that window. Not a lot of money spent, less transfers happening there. But the 2023-24 season, they only spent 9.75 mil, but 136 million they received on transfers going out of the club. This boy here, Doda, coming in from Napoli, 6 million, and the rest were sort of free transfers and loans and stuff. That's sort of weird that that's happened. So, 41.5 mil Carrera going back out of the club in the current season. So, it's weird to see. So, the next club is Albion Rovers, and they let's see what they've done in the transfer window from the 2021-22 season. 20.5 million. They were still in the Championship at the point. So they've obviously they haven't really got Scott McKenna coming from Motherwell for £6 million. That like their highest paid fee. Yes, it was Christopher Julian coming from Motherwell. The same, and Liam Grimshaw. So they seem to sign a lot of players from Motherwell, and obviously only 450k coming out of the received for transfers of players going out of the club. So not too Not too much money spent in that season. Let's see the next season, 2022-23 season, £120 million. That's more like it. Obviously they just got the promotion, and a lot of decent players coming over that from different clubs. Again, a lot of players coming over from Motherwell. About 4 players coming from Motherwell, and then 33.5 million received for players going out of the club. So that is absolutely mad. That is. And then the 2023-24 season, only 22.5 mil was spent. Oh, that is huge. And actually, they splashed the cash at players at Airdrie as well, and 37.5 mil of transfers going out of the club, and that's money they obviously received. They've done alright. They've done pretty well for. Obviously, when they finished 3rd in the league, so that's great to see. And then, obviously, the next club is Clyde. 4-star reputation, national. I'll sort all the reputations again. So, the 2021-22 season. So £76 million was spent on players coming in the club. They only brought 4 players in, and got a total of £6 million received for players going out of the club. Not too much business done that season. So the 2022-23 season, £96 million is spent, and that is more like we sort of want to see. They've just. Who was the highest received fee? They got 32.5 mil for Jordan Mullard from Chelsea. Yep. And players going out of the club, 51 million they received in transfers. 2023-24 season, only 2 transfers made, and they only spent 650k, but received the 21.5 mil. So not too much business done there in that season. Next club is Motherwell, the last club on the list here. Continental rating of 4 stars. They've actually went through, I think they're the only club to change managers. They've had Marcelo Bielsa as a manager, and he was only there 92 days before being sacked. Yeah, they've had quite a few managers that haven't really lasted that long. One of the surprises, very surprising how they've done. I know they've done well in the Betfred Cup, but let's have a look at the transfers for the 2021-22 season. £68 million spent. I would have thought they would have probably spent more, but £49 million on players received on players going out of the club. 2022-23 season, £1.5 million already spent, but £149 million they received on players leaving the club. I mean, look at the amount of players that win the Albion Wolves. That's right, the 4 of them. They basically wiped Motherwell out there. £73 million on Martinez going to Atletico Madrid. That's good to see. And then the 2023-24 season, only £1.5 million was spent. I think that was the exact same as previous season, yes, but they brought more players in, a lot of players in free and loans. And then £47 million was received for players going out of the club. So they have been very surprising. I think it's an underwriter they've got as an owner, as Sugar Daddy as well. So a lot has changed with the clubs. So yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. We'll go 5 years into the future to 2029 and see what happens. I'll give them the max money again, their reputation going back up to all the clubs to see what they do over the next 5 years. So remember to comment, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I'm signing out now.